guys, it's your girl Brandy, aka Brandy4. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I do lots of videos on Love Island, pop culture, Kardashians. So if you like any of those things, make sure you subscribe to my channel and click the notification button if you are already subscribed, because your girl needs those views and YouTube does not like to prioritize small YouTubers. So make sure you support your girl Brandy4 and make sure you like this video as well in the meantime. So let's get straight into it, because I'm going to be talking about Love Island Season 9 of the UK's Casa Amor week. Lots happened. I'm not surprised. Basically, everyone's head is turning this season, and I knew this was going to happen, especially since none of the couples are strong. None of the couples were strong to begin with. Didn't buy Shaq and Tanya, especially after like this week. Definitely don't buy them. Will and Jessie didn't buy them either, because honestly I thought Jessie was playing a game. But now I'm kind of like, dang, she's like actually serious and she has trust issues and she actually fell for Will. We'll get into it. Let's just talk about it real quick. If y'all don't know what Casa Amor is by now, I'm sorry. Watch the show. I'm not explaining that part. Sorry, first of all, like, I'm wearing a very interesting shirt underneath this, so please excuse this. But anyways, let's talk about Tanya. So last week, Tanya and Shaq, they got into a little tiff, especially since Tanya had pulled Shaq to the side along with Lana, because Shaq had went off on Ron basically over the dishes thing, even though it really was more than just the dishes. And Tanya didn't like how he reacts to people sometimes. So instead of pulling Shaq to the side one-on-one, she pulled him with Lana, and Shaq did not like that. And then Tanya didn't like how Shaq reacted, or how he reacts to things in general. So yeah, they're both just basically not on the same page. And Tanya keeps on expressing how when more and more things come up where Shaq has to like express his emotions in a stronger than usual way, she finds him, you know, ick-worthy. So they had a conversation about it. They left it at that. They were like, okay. However, Tanya said that she still didn't feel like she was being heard by him. So that's how it ends. And then they go get swept to Casa Amor, the girls. And Tanya meets Martin. Martin is another Dammy from season 8, basically. People are calling him Dammy Hopeless. Because he literally looks like Dammy. And I heard that Dammy and him are actually friends since they're both from Ireland. They have the same fashion sense, same style. Dammy, I must say though, Dammy's a little nicer in terms of chat than Martin in my eyes. But Tanya is just like instantly smitten by Martin. And I ain't gonna hold you, it's coming off as thirst my girls. Like, this just proves that Tanya actually does have the ick when it comes to Shaq, because otherwise she would not be moving like this. There's no way she would be moving like this if she still genuinely liked him. There's no way. And it's crazy because I was like trying to defend Tanya, especially because in my opinion, I feel like when Shaq told Tanya that he loved her so early, it kind of put Tanya in a weird predicament. And in a way, even though he didn't like force her to say it, kind of like manipulated her to say that she loved him back, because it was just so early days and they were already sharing a bed together, cuddling, like they were connecting. So I don't know, Tanya probably felt like, okay, since you're my only safe space in here out of everyone, like why not say I love you? That's where I'm getting this, like that's where I'm seeing it, what I'm seeing it as. But yeah, I feel like they definitely said it way too soon, and because of that, I think it's making Tanya look worse, especially because of how she's moving. Because otherwise, if she didn't say that, it would not have mattered, to be honest. However, I just personally don't like how she's moving right now, because it's giving like she wants outs immediately with Shaq. It just shows that she doesn't really want to be with Shaq from the way she's moving. And I feel super bad for Shaq. She's honestly not being true to herself. And she's coming off as quite thirsty. I'm not even going to hold you guys. Like, I'm trying to be Team Tanya, even though, don't get me wrong, I love how she's moving. My city girl self in me, I'm like, yes, I love how she's moving. However, when you look at it, like, when you just like take yourself out of that city girl, stuff, you're like, she's kind of moving a little crazy and she's looking a little thirsty, especially considering Martin is not doing that much grafting. He's not grafting her like that. So that's why I'm like, what the heck? She's grafting him, if anything. That's why it's like, yo, what is actually going on? Meanwhile, Shaq he tried getting to know Layla, but eventually he was just like, this is a waste of time. I already told Tanya I love her, so I'm just gonna see how it is. He's sleeping outside on the day beds. Child, yeah. Yeah, it's not gonna look good. It's not looking good right now. And I feel bad for Shaq, but I'm also scared for Tanya. Because Shaq, he has a temper. If we're being honest, he has a temper. So he's gonna react all types of crazy. I would not be surprised, and I'm not looking forward to it. Next we have is Will. Okay, so Will, he is getting to know Casa Amor girl Layla. They're hitting it off. They had like 2 conversations max, and they end up kissing. And I'm kind of just like, I would be for it if Will and Jessie didn't sleep together. If they didn't sleep with each other, like, I would be for it. Like, the same thing with Tanya and Shaq. Like, if they didn't sleep with each other, I would have been for it. But now it makes things even worse. And it's so frustrating because at first in my last video, I was saying that it's great that, you know, they're doing what we would do on the outside, blah, blah, blah. But now, now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, this is exactly why last season, everybody didn't hook up. No one hooked up. Or even season 7, like, people didn't start hooking up until after Casa Amor. Because they hooked up too early, and then they didn't really get a chance to explore their options or, you know, explore new connections. So now it just makes the situation 10 times worse. Because now, once you sleep with somebody that you genuinely care about, feelings are just like 10 times bigger, if we're being honest. So, yeah. And then it's funny because, like, after Will kissed Layla and whatnot, the next day, he felt super, super guilty about it. And, I mean, yeah, I would as well, to be honest. And I don't think we should villainize Will for this because he was just doing what he was supposed to do, which is explore connections. Because if we're being honest, Jessie was the only bombshell to come to the villa that was interested in Will. No one else was interested in Will. So it's just like Casa Amor girls were interested in him, so he explored that. It sucks that this is how it is, considering Jessie is not turning her head. She is not interested in the guys at all. If anything, she's like, I like Will even more after this. It makes it a very sticky situation, and I feel bad for Jessie. It's not good. But I honestly don't think Will is wrong, you know? It is what it is. They're not in a relationship at the end of the day. But after this, Will, I feel like he's going to be like, okay, I want to be with you. I think he's going to like lock it in with Jessie when he gets back to the villa. But yeah, Jessie's going to feel a type of way for sure. And then yeah, the 2 that took me by surprise, this Casa Amor, Ron and Lana. Yeah, they're not budging. I'm very surprised. At first, you saw Lana trying to like get to know the guys. She was trying to get to know Ron 2.0, the one with the light eyes. Literally looks exactly like Ron. So that was funny. After that, I was like, yeah, she's not budging. After that, I'm like, sis is not budging because you're getting to know a guy who looks exactly like Ron. So yeah, knew that was gonna happen. Ron, I'm surprised he didn't really get to know anyone either. I'm actually surprised with that. But also, not surprised at the same time because he probably realized like I would actually lose Lana if I couples up with some other girl, if I even kissed another girl, entertained another girl. He knew what would happen if that were the case. So that's why he was like, you know what, it's not worth it. And honestly, I'm glad that he's finally realizing that because it's just like, why do you keep turning your head? And honestly, for people saying like this is just him playing a game to win, I mean, yes, you could look at it in that way. However, I feel like regardless, people are going to see him as a game player after like the amount of times his head is turned. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like they are still not a couple that I care for. If I'm being honest, I just don't buy it. I don't buy it on Ron's end. Lana, I know she likes him, but Ron, I don't know. And then there was some tomfoolery with Tom. Of course, Tom, he took a liking to Casa Amor girl Lydia. And Lydia's actually she's a cute girl, you know, can't lie. Interesting accent. But Samie, she was trying to get to know Ryan. However, towards the end of the episode today, she was like, oh, I actually got the ick from Ryan and I like Tom even more. And I'm surprised by that. I'm like, well, that sucks because Tom definitely gave, what's her face, Lydia, a huge ass smooch. So yeah, it's looking bad for Samie, especially if Tom brings Lydia back, even though I feel like he might bring Lydia back. He might bring Lydia back, and not even gonna hold you. But Samie, this was her fault. This was her fault for even falling for Tom's BS, because Tom is literally an Adam 2.0. The man doesn't know how to just choose one, and that's the problem. That is the problem. Yeah, I kind of feel bad for Samie in this case because she's gonna get played just like Olivia got played, just like Ellie got played, and just like my girl Zara got played. It's very unfortunate, but like this is what happens when you fall for Tom. And guess what? Lydia's about to get played as well. So yeah, it is what it is. And you have Olivia and Kai. First of all, Tanya got sent home for absolutely no reason. Because now Olivia and Kai, they not even effing with each other anymore like that. We knew that they were not gonna last, especially considering before they went to Casa Amor, they got voted like least compatible by the public. And Olivia was basically thinking that Kai was the reason why the public didn't see them as compatible, when really the public just doesn't like them individually. Well, that, and also we didn't see them as compatible. So yeah, because of those results, Olivia was like, you know what, F it, let me go explore my options, da. And she was just moving crazy or whatever. But so was Kai. Kai was also moving crazy, and Kai is actually aware that Olivia coupled up with him strictly because she couldn't couple up with Tom, or couldn't be with Tom, period. And that's what I had figured, because otherwise Olivia does not like Kai like that. Like, let's be real. So yeah, Olivia has been getting along with Casa Amor boy Maxwell, and Kai has been getting along with Sanam. She's actually beautiful. Oh my gosh, Sanam is actually beautiful. I don't understand what she sees in Kai, but yeah, she's a very pretty girl. But yeah, they're just both really hitting it off with these Casa Amor people, and I definitely think that they're going to recouple. Because yeah, Olivia kissed Maxwell like on night 1, night 2. Like she kissed him mad early, so, and she didn't have zero regrets. She forgot Kai's name as soon as she got to Casa Amor. That should have been like the first sign that they were not gonna last. All I gotta say is, if Olivia comes back and feels the type of way that Kai recouples, and then they eventually get back together, I want them gone immediately. I don't care. I mean, I still want them gone. I don't really like them, but yeah. And then now Casey is just living his best life, because him and Claudia, they haven't been together for that long. They were together for like 2 days tops. And it was very interesting that Claudia was literally crying in the dressing room. I think she's thinking about Casey and just thinking about like him hitting off with other girls. And it's just interesting because, one, they haven't known each other for that long. Like, not long at all. And she had all these options in front of her, so I was very confused by that, like how she felt so fast. And I don't even know who Claudia clicked with, to be honest. Or maybe I was just not paying attention to her parts. But yeah, Casey, on the other hand, he's living his best life. He kissing up on Cynthia. He kissing up on, what's her name? Sanam. And yeah, but it seems like in this episode, Casey and Cynthia have been getting along pretty well. Like, they've been talking a lot. And it's weird because I honestly could see Casey with a black girl. Not even gonna hold you. I could definitely see him dating a black girl. He just gives me dates black girl vibes. I don't know. But if I'm wrong, then damn. But yeah, I don't know if I like fully ship them. I don't know who I ship Casey with, to be honest. I don't even ship him with Claudia, if I'm being honest. I don't know. He's a very like likable person, like likable personality. So I guess I could see him with anyone, but I don't know who he's gravitating to the most. I don't know. Everybody's like, ooh, yes, I hope he chooses Cynthia. But also, I don't know about that because I do not want a black girl getting played. Just saying. So yes, now the recoupling. So the recoupling is happening tomorrow's episode, aka Thursday, probably go into Friday. So I'm actually going to do a recap on that right now. Oh my gosh. I knew it was gonna be crazy. Okay, recoupling now. I just watched the episode, by the way, so I'm just shocked. Anyway, so yeah, first Casey and Claudia couple up with each other. I'm not surprised in the slightest because like I said yesterday, I can see Casey couple up with anyone, if I'm being honest. And also Claudia, I didn't see her connect with any of the Casa guys. So yeah, not surprised, and I'm happy for them. And honestly, I can see them in the finals. And then next, Kai couples up with Sanam. I knew that was going to happen. And Olivia couples up with Maxwell. Also knew that was going to happen. However, I did not know Olivia was going to react in that way. She was mad confrontational for what? I have no idea. And she basically admitted that she recoupled because of the public vote, which is crazy because she swears up and down that the UK does not like her because she was coupled up with Kai, when really the UK doesn't like her because of her. So it's just like when she brought that up, I was like, that's really funny. After you said that, now you're gonna get less votes. And you were going on Sanam for what? Like Sanam, I like that she was kind of like, why is she being so confrontational? I like that she called her out because that was just very uncalled for. And then Olivia wanted to go back and forth with Kai. Why are you going back and forth with Kai when you also recoupled? I don't even like Kai, and I'm like, dude, I was on team Kai right there, because I'm like, you're doing a lot. I want Olivia gone. She's annoying. And honestly, do you guys see her with Maxwell? I don't see it. I'd be very annoyed, though, if Olivia and Kai got back together. That would actually piss me off. I would want them gone immediately if that happens. That would get me so tight. Like, I understand you feeling a type of way seeing him coupled, but you cannot feel a type of way if you did the same thing. You literally forgot his name on day one of Casa Amor. So give me a break. Next, and of course Ron and Lana, they stick with each other, and I'm not surprised by that. And it's very annoying that I'm finding them cute right now because I just don't trust Ron still, but also they're the most stable couple. How did that happen? So I guess you got to give it up to Ron because he really did stay true to himself as far as like getting to know everybody. That's the thing about these men on Love Island. The way they get to know people, they have to like try out multiple options or kiss them. Meanwhile, women, like when we are fixated on one person and we have a connection with one person, we want to try to build on that and take time with that. But men, they don't. It's weird. They want to like get to know several people at once. Yeah, they're like the most stable right now, and I'm honestly surprised. Tom, on the other hand, he coupled up with Samie vice versa. However, Lydia was tight. And Layla was talking mad crap for Lydia. And it's kind of like, Layla, you're talking a lot. Like, you don't even know Lydia like that for you to be defending her this way, if I'm being honest. But also, Tom does deserve it because Tom does the same thing to every girl that he meets. So I'm not too upset by that because he did kind of deserve it. But yeah, Samie was obviously upset when she heard that Tom was kissing up on Lydia. I don't know why she was surprised. I wonder if she was actually surprised. Like, do you know who you're dealing with? Tom gives me Liam vibes, but he mainly gives me Adam vibes. Oh my gosh, then Will. So Will and Jessie, obviously Will sticks with Jessie and Jessie sticks with Will. But the way Will was so nervous. I honestly wanted to cry just looking at him. He looked so sad, so nervous. But then once he told Jessie, Jessie was just genuinely, you can just see the hurt in her face. It's the first time I've ever seen some real emotion from Jessie, if I'm being honest. I felt so bad for her. But yeah, I don't know. It's funny that everybody was like consoling Will in this case. They're just like, it's okay, Will, it's okay. But nobody's doing anything for Jessie because of how big Will's reaction was, which I found interesting. But I can't even act like I wasn't consoling Will in my brain because I felt so bad. Because obviously you can tell that he genuinely felt bad. Like, it would be one thing if he was just like, whatever about it. But like, he felt bad for doing it. And you can tell that he knew it was a mistake. That's why I don't think he's a bad guy. I really just don't think he's a bad guy. I genuinely think he does care about Jessie. But he was just caught up in the moment in terms of thinking, oh, this is Casa Amor, therefore I need to make a connection. So that's why I don't know. I felt bad for him, but also, damn, I felt so bad for Jessie. And then Shaq. Shaq stuck with Tanya. Tanya did not stick with Shaq. City Girls up 1,000. I'm sorry. I felt so bad for Shaq, but also so scared for Tanya. Yeah. Shaq, I feel like Shaq might leave, if I'm being honest. Shaq might voluntarily go home next episode. I would not be surprised. Do you think they're gonna get back together? I really don't think so. I mean, Shaq was basically like, this is done. Shaq was like, this is done. So regardless of you saying this isn't done, it's done. Do I believe that? I don't know if I believe that. I feel like just emotions are high right now. However, I wouldn't be mad if Shaq said that he's done, because the way Tanya was moving was honestly uncalled for. She was literally kissing Martin in bed. And what made it even worse, Martin was like, to Shaq's face as well, he was like, I'm sorry, but there's no competition. That's the past. This is the future. He did not care. Martin was like, this is my girl, so now what? Like, I don't really care that you're here, to be honest. The competition, it's not really a competition. So yeah, it was bad. It was really, really bad. But I really think, I don't even know. I don't think Tanya made a mistake. I don't think she made a mistake in terms of recoupling. However, she made a mistake saying that she loved Shaq. She should have never told Shaq that she loved him, because she clearly did not. Like, clearly did not. And I wish she would just admit that, because like, it makes her look really bad right now. Tanya is definitely a part of Destiny's Childish, if we're being honest, because yikes. One more point. I think that this is Shaq's karma. The fact that Ron and Lana are the strongest couple right now, and Shaq is in this predicament, is kind of his karma for judging Ron for all these weeks, if we're being honest. It kind of is his karma, because he really did get very much involved in Ron's relationship. And now look at his, it's like destroyed. I don't know. Okay, yes. So tomorrow's episode is going to be an interesting one, because we're going to see how Jessie reacts to Will. How Shaq, if Shaq has anything to say to Tanya, if Shaq and Martin go at it. I would love to see that, to be honest. But you know, it's Love Island. They're not about to do that. But yeah. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. This was a crazy week. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Like this video and subscribe to your girl Brandy 4. Let me know what you think about this Casa Amor. Do you think this was better than last season? Let me know.